Hi guys, I want to show you how I am using what I have, and I've made a planner out of a scrapbook. So I had some scrapbook materials that I'd never used. Actually, about a year ago I purchased some art supplies from somebody off of Craigslist, and they gave me like 5 different unused scrapbooks. And I've never really used them, but this year I decided I was going to make a planner out of one. So this is what it looked like before. Actually, I used 2 backs because the fronts had the square cut out where you'd put a picture, so I put 2 backs together. I haven't updated the back yet, but this is my cover so far. I have plans to add to it during the year, but this is what it looks like so far. And I'm going to show you a faraway view, and then we'll get up close to it so you can see. So this is my, this is 2 weeks and at a glance, and then my notes on the side. And then I have my tracking things in here. And what I found out, because I'm not a scrapbooker, is that the 3-hole punch, the 3-hole lines that go in a regular binder, it's the same distance as in a scrapbook. So this graph paper that I had that was already pre-punched fits in it perfectly. So I have a couple that I've already filled out, and then I have one that I'm still working on, and I'll show you that a little bit later. Then I have used some old papers from a book, and I'm going to be doing sort of like a scrappy kind of journal. And so this page I will be adding to during the month, just little odds and ends. And also I have something here that says art will go here, and I'm involved in Lifebook this year, and so a lot of those are 9 by 12. So I have plans to add them in here as well. So I can, it really will be my life book. It'll be everything that I'm tracking as well as my art. That's all going to go in here month by month. And the other thing that I wanted to show you was my mandala that I've made, and I plan to make a gratitude mandala every month. This one, which I will give you a closer view of it, is what I used for my word of the year, and then as I was drawing it out and filling it in, I did some affirmation work on it. So let me hide the camera from you, the view, that way you won't get sick when I turn you around. And we're going to go up close. In my practice run, this went much more smoothly, so sorry for being in a black screen forever. Okay, let that focus a little bit. So you can see that this is 12 by 12 paper, and this is what came with the scrapbook, and I just decided to write on it, and I divided it into thirds and put one column was a week, the next column is a week, and then this is my month at a glance, as well as above is my to-do notes. So this is my first bullet journal type thing, so I am sure that it will change as the months go by. One of the reasons why a scrapbook works for me is because I am mostly home all the time, so I don't need to put it in a purse to take with me. I'm pretty much homebound with illness and doing a lot of healing at home, so a lot of the things that I am going to be tracking will be health related. And I wanted to show you this. Here is a note thing that I got at the dollar store, one of those ones that are magnetized, and you can see the back, it's got a magnet on it. Well, I've got these now they're stuck to the inside of this. See, these really strong rare earth magnets, and I think I'm going to attach this to the inside cover via the magnets. So that's probably one thing that I'm going to be doing this month. The next thing, let's go to the next page. So you will see, now this is a green graph paper that's made for engineers. On the front side is they're all graphed out, and then on the back side it's plain. So you can use either side. It actually works out really good. The reason I like it is because the graphs are blocked. You can see they go in 5x5 squares, so it's a lot easier for me to count. That's one of the things that I like about it. So I have mine set up with the dates across the top, and then this is my things that I want to track every day. There have been times that I sleep all day long, and literally 20 plus hours, and so some of the things that I need to track are called ADLs, activities of daily living, things like brushing your teeth, brushing your hair, changing clothes. I need to track whether I ate that day. Believe it or not, there are some days that I just don't remember to eat, and I have a hard time keeping weight on right now, so I need to really track, make sure I eat at least one meal a day. I'm tracking whether I'm for self-care things, whether I'm doing stretching, art, journaling, meditating. I really need to get outside and walk, so I'm tracking whether I go to the mailbox, and eventually I'm going to be trying to go for walks outside my apartment. Then I have whether I had a fun appointment or a medical appointment that day, and also whether this is care for my pets. I have 2 cats and a hedgehog, so I need to make sure that I'm taking care of those. In fact, I take care of my pets way better than I take care of myself. And then I need to track my weight. Last year, around this time of year, I lost over 30 pounds because I was so sick. I was just sleeping, and I need to make sure that I'm keeping weight on. So, then here are this is my med tracker, just basically, and then I'm also tracking PT exercises to make sure that I'm doing them, because if I have to track it every day, the chances are that I will actually do them, where if it's out of sight, it's out of mind, and that's why this bullet journal is, I think, going to be really good for me. The other thing I want to track is on this one, and I think I need to set it up differently, but on this one I have set up all of the dates along the bottom, and then I've set up hours across the top in a 24-hour schedule, starting at 10 p.m. and then going forward up to 9 p.m. the next day. And I want to track what I'm doing in those times, whether I'm sleeping, whether I also want to track whether I'm sitting up or laying down, And because right now I don't sit up very much, most of my activities are done laying down, and I need to strengthen my back muscles by sitting up more. Actually, literally sitting in a chair tires me out, and I have to take a rest. So those are things that I want to track, how many hours I'm sitting up a day, and how many times I stand up during the day. And then this last page is what I explained, is going to be sort of like my scrappy journal. I'm going to be adding things from the Lifebook class. Those are going to be 9 by 12, so they will fit in here because it's a 12 by 12 scrapbook. And then, like, my mom bought me some chocolates after Christmas, and I just cut one out just to sort of remember that. And then anything that I want to remember during the month, I'm going to be adding to this page. It's just a page out of a book that I've taken apart, and I'm going to be using it just basically as something to glue things to. So I do want to go over my mandala. I actually had a video of me making the mandala so that you could see that, but I've had some technology issues today. So I wanted you to at least see this. My word for the day, for the year, is going to be release. And so I put that in the center, and then I've made these circles around it. And I came up with 4 affirmations that I wanted to remember during the year. One of them being, I forgive myself. And this one being, I manifest energy. I currently have chronic fatigue syndrome, and so energy is or lack of energy is a main component of it, and I want to try to draw some energy towards myself. This says, I embrace the unknown. Actually, it says I embrace the unknown future, but that I am embracing the unknown and feeling confident going forward is something that I want to project into the next year. And then this says, I am surrounded by love. And so I want to remember that. And then when I really thought about the intersection of being surrounded by love and forgiving myself, the thing that came up for me was peace. And so I wrote peace in this circle that touches both the circle that says I'm surrounded by love and then I forgive myself. And I did that with each of them. On this intersection of I forgive myself and I manifest energy, I wrote the word success. Because to me, forgiving myself for my past misdeeds and also helping manifest energy means to me that I will be more successful in my endeavors moving forward. I won't have weights of my past deeds weighing on me, and I think you get the idea. This other circle right here says wholeness, and then the final one says future. And as I was coloring these or doodling on these, I was really thinking about these affirmations and what they meant to me. I did get really tired after a while, and so some of the coloring and things got a little repetitive and got very wonky. I do think that I'll probably go back and do a little bit more during the month, but this is basically what I wanted to show you and talk to you about how I'm using mandalas to help me remember things. And then each month my plan is to also do a gratitude mandala, which is just for me an artsy way of producing a gratitude journal. But what I will be doing is in each of the circles I will be writing things that I'm grateful for. And then you'll notice that depending on how you color it, shows how well the words will be seen. Like up here where I have peace, or down here where I have release, I have very little color in it, or very little pattern, and so it's easy for the words to be seen. Where on these side ones, I have lots of pattern around it, and so the words just become part of the pattern. So you could do it either way, and I hope that this idea is something that you can take and use for yourself, either in whole or in part, and that you take it and run with it and do something for yourself. Thank you very much. Talk to you later. Bye.